Hi everyone, Mandy here. I thought I would share a little bit about myself and my own personal journey here today. So I am at this point almost 47. I have an engineering degree from Penn State, and while I was working as an engineer, I pretty much stumbled upon yoga. And initially I was drawn to yoga for the stress relief benefits of it. It was nice to sort of turn off my engineering mind, get into my body, and I just felt a lot calmer through a yoga practice. I started teaching yoga in 2003, and for a while I was both an engineer and a yoga teacher. And then over time, that yoga piece of my life just grew bigger and bigger. I also have severe scoliosis. And honestly, I've had scoliosis as long as I can remember. As a kid, however, nothing was ever done for me. So I wasn't monitored, I wasn't braced, I didn't go to PT. And for a long time, that actually worked out perfectly okay for me. For a long time, I did not even bother to write scoliosis on my health history forms because it wasn't a problem for me. I was pain-free, it was not affecting how I was moving, I was teaching yoga all the time. Things went fine. And so really I ignored my scoliosis for decades. Fast forward a little bit, I have two boys at home now. So I went through 2 pregnancies, and for each of my pregnancies, I gained 70 pounds each time. So that was a lot of extra weight for my body to be carrying. And of course, when we have pregnancy, we have relaxin in our body, which makes things a little stretchier, a little looser. And over the course of those 2 pregnancies, my curve got a lot worse. And unfortunately, after my second son was born, I had a lot of pain. By the time he was 2, I was pretty much afraid to pick him up and hold him because I was afraid I was going to drop him. I never knew when my back was going to spasm. Something as simple as going from a standing position to sitting on the couch would cause me to be in extreme pain. Or even just simply rolling over in bed at night could cause me to be in extreme pain. I tried all the normal things. I went to my medical doctor, I tried a pain management specialist, I went for massage, I went to a chiropractor, I went to PT, I tried acupuncture and rolfing. Basically anything you could come up with or anything I could find within a few hours radius from my house, I tried it. And some of those things worked for a little bit, but nothing really worked long term. I'd be back in pain again. And it really got to the point where pain was controlling my life. I would wake up in the morning there with my 2-year-old and my 5-year-old, and I would think, what can we do today? Can we make it to the park today? And am I physically capable of getting these 2 kids to and from the park? Will my back handle that? And it really just got to a point where I was pretty desperate. I had a lot of pain. I felt like I had to sit out a lot of things in life. I needed help with a lot of things. Even going to the grocery store and putting, say, a case of water or something on my cart was really challenging for me. It really was just interfering with my day-to-day life. So out of desperation, I ended up traveling to New York City and enrolling in a yoga for Backcare and scoliosis training. And that was really a pivotal moment for me. Through that training, I became pain-free again. I would not say I was really a very functional human at that point, but I was pain-free. And this whole situation of having experienced back pain and then getting out of it again just gave me a completely different appreciation for my physical body. And my movement practice has completely changed since then. So now I take my curve into consideration really with all of the movements I do. With all of my yoga movements, I now also do strength training movements, and I'm constantly thinking about where my curve is and how I can work with it. It kind of spiraled me into this journey of learning more about how our body physically works. So my yoga journey up until that pain time was really more of a mental mindfulness sort of a journey. And then after having experienced pain, it kind of turned a whole lot more into a physical experience for me. Long story short, I took a billion different trainings. I've been through 2 different yoga for scoliosis trainings. I have studied yoga for osteoporosis. I've studied with Stuart McGill, who is known as BackFit Pro. I became a certified personal trainer, a corrective exercise specialist. I already was a yoga therapist prior to all of this, so that's also in there. I spent some time in school to be a physical therapy assistant. So I've taken college level classes on anatomy and kinesiology. And really for the last 8 years now, all of my work, or the vast majority of my work at least, has focused on helping people who are in pain learn how to use their body better and to become more confident. So I teach several classes in my own studio here in State College, and then I also am now offering classes online and different workshops and programs online. So I wanted to share my story with you today for really the primary reason is so that you know that I understand what you're going through. I myself have scoliosis. I've been in pain. I know what it's like to have pain control your life and to have tried all of the things available, or what it feels like all of the things available, and not have anything help you. And I think that when you are in a journey like that, it can be really common to become afraid of movement. I've been there. I've worked my way through it. So I share my story with you just so you know that I understand where so many of you are coming from. And I work with people every day who are in a similar path. Some people need help to get up off of the ground because that's the amount of pain that they're in right now. Sometimes we can't even start by getting to the ground. So anyway, I'm happy to share what I know. I love sharing this work with people. I love helping them find greater movement confidence and less pain in their bodies. And I look forward to sharing this journey with you as well.